It's not surprising that you didn't recognize your own mind. Maybe you should use it more.
What the fuck, Ramsey? Is that you?
You are at one end of a very long corridor.
Whoa. How did I get here?
There are numerous doors on both sides of this corridor, spanning the entire length. We are going to explore these doors and the rooms behind them. We will describe to our listeners what we can see, hear, and touch with great detail.
Wait, what do you mean we? I don't see you anywhere, and isn't this my mind?
I don't know. Is it? Last I checked, you didn't recognize it.
I've got a bad feeling about this.
Paladen decided to go to the first door on his right.
Wait, I didn't decide anything.
In front of Paladen lies an old black door, withering away just by looking at it. He reaches for the doorknob and notices that the knob feels lukewarm as he begins to turn it and push forward. After walking through the doorway, Paladen found that he was in a room filled with teddy bears. Well, you definitely know how to make things interesting.
I don't know why these are in my mind.
This represents a part of your past. Clearly, your mind isn't very descriptive.
But I have no memory of this.
Don't you pay any attention? It's just symbolic for your innocence.
Wow, they're so fluffy. It's like they're real.
Moving on. Paladen exits the room back to the corridor.
Wait. This is my mind. I'm staying here where it's safe. I know you're probably trying to put me in some sort of dangerous situation.
The teddy bear that Paladen is holding begins to feel more lifelike than ever. He can feel it pulsating in his hands as it begins to twitch.
What are you doing?
The bear then proceeds to bite onto one of Paladen's fingers.
Ah! Let go! Let go!
Paladen shakes off the teddy bear violently and takes a few steps backwards into a pile of even more teddy bears.
Oh shit!
All of those teddy bears are also alive, and they are very hungry. They look at Paladen with hunger in their eyes. Their mouths now opening, showing all 42 of their razor-sharp teeth. Saliva dripping from their chins.
Okay, I get it. I'll leave.
It would seem as though all hope is lost for our beloved friend, as the teddy bears now have him surrounded, ready to pounce.
Didn't you hear me? I said I'll leave the room.
But wait. Paladen never closed the door behind him. A bright light shines from the corridor, blinding all of the teddy bears, giving Paladen a chance to escape.
That's not fair that you did all that on purpose, and in my own mind too.
Let us not forget who put you here. I am in just as much control as you are.
You do have a point. How did we even get in here anyways?
Paladen now made it back to the corridor and is approaching the door directly across from the man-eating teddy bears. Here he sees a door much stronger looking than the previous door, and it is the color white. As he approaches the doorknob, it feels hot. Paladen opens the door to reveal a dark room, with a light shining over a small table with a chair at its side. On the table he sees a loaf of bread, which smells quite delightful.
This must be my mind's way of telling me I'm hungry.
I doubt it. Paladen walks over to the table and sits down. As he is about to pick up the loaf of bread, however, a hand grabs onto his arm from the darkness.
What the fuck?
Paladen can't do much but look as the rest of the figure steps into the light. It looks like a man. A soldier, if you will, and it appears to be staring at Paladen intently. He looks dirty, tired, and yet very intent, like no matter what, he must do his job to enforce. If that's even what he is doing. I'm just speculating, to be honest.
Can you let go, please? I am very hungry and would love to eat this bread here.
The soldier does not speak. He continues to stare at Paladen, but now the expression on his face is changing. Seems angry. Wait. Oh, he's opening his mouth. He's opening it very wide. Wider than one should be able to. Yeah, it's still widening.
A little help here would be nice.
The soldier now appears to be vomiting some sort of black goo all over the table. I wonder what he's planning on doing with it.
Any day now.
Okay, he stopped vomiting. His mouth now closing. With his one hand still grabbing onto Paladen's arm, he then reaches out with his other hand to pick up the bread, now covered in the black goo. He turns his head to Paladen and presses the bread against his face. Paladen does not seem to like this kind gesture that the soldier did for him. I mean, he clearly just wanted to give the bread a little more flavor. Bread by itself is pretty plain after all. Another door could be heard opening from a distance. What could that be? Oh, it's another soldier, it would seem. Not from the same country, I see. Yes, this one seems to be of German descent? He's pulling out a gun. Yes. He shot the soldier grabbing onto Paladen. The body now on the ground in a mangled heap.
Thanks, Ramsay.
That wasn't me. I'm just watching right now.
Wait, what?
2 more German soldiers enter the room and march over to Paladen just as he was trying to escape. They grab him and follow the first German soldier out of the room and back into the corridor.
Oh shit, what's going on here?
It would appear as though there is some sort of war going on in the corridor right now. The Germans seem to be fighting off more of the soldiers from the previous room. The Germans, for whatever reason, are protecting Paladen.
Get me out of here! I don't want to be here anymore. I've had enough.
They seem to be taking Paladen all the way to one of the rooms at the end of the hall. Ah, yes. They are going into the door that must have been opened earlier.
Well, at least it's better than being out there.
Inside this room is filled with more German soldiers, all lined up in rows of 10. In the center of this room, there is a red carpet, which separates the rows of soldiers. They appear to be waiting for someone at the opposite end of the room from the entrance.
This is very unsettling. I hope you know what you're doing.
The two soldiers that grabbed Paladen earlier are now rushing him down the carpet to the other end of the room. Here, at this end, they are taking Paladen onto a stage with a microphone. A man that appears to be their leader has just come out from behind a curtain and is walking towards the microphone now.
Gentlemen, we have achieved our goal. The hooded man that came to us with his prophecy was correct. Now is the time to make this man into one of us. If he refuses, we must execute him.
If I die in my mind, I'll just come back into the real world, right?
No, you'll most likely be trapped in your mind for the rest of your life. In other words, you'll be a vegetable.
But I'm immortal! I'll be trapped forever?
Yeah, not really my problem.
Ramsay!
It seems like they have some sort of weird fascination with Paladen. They are trying to put some sort of badge on his shirt now. Paladen is rejecting this. Paladen is now running down the carpet towards the door.
After him! He must not escape.
The soldiers seem to be very displeased with Paladen's actions. They are reaching for the nearest 98K rifles as they give chase.
Don't just watch this like it's some sort of TV show. Do something!
Paladen managed to get back to the corridor, just in time to get shot. Paladen is now crawling his way to another door, bleeding out all over the place. Funny though, I can't seem to tell how much you're bleeding with all that blood that was already on the floor.
You're not helping.
Paladen has reached the next door. This one is a paler white than the white door we visited earlier. Reaching for the doorknob from the floor, he notices that the doorknob feels rather cold.
Wait, you're not physically here. So you're watching all of this from a safe distance. Could you at least point out a first aid kit to me or something? Anything!
As he enters the room, still crawling, the door shuts behind him. He now observes his new surroundings for a way to stop the bleeding. This room appears to resemble a small church, with pews on either side of the room, and an altar across the way. The lighting appears to be dimly lit candles.
I doubt I'll find anything useful here.
Another door can be seen opening across the room. A cloaked figure is entering the room now, and he appears to be walking over towards the altar.
That's him! That's the guy that killed me and—
The man seems to have pulled out some sort of knife from a hidden drawer within the altar. It looks as if it might have been used for ritual sacrifice in the past.
Are you even listening to me? That's the guy! You need to stop him before he kills me again!
Do you ever listen to yourself talk, Paladen? That's exactly what a crazy person would say.
This is no time to fuck around.
The man is now raising his head to look at Paladen.
Hurry up!
Quickly, he is now running towards Paladen with his knife raised in the air. Still stained with blood from what I presume to be previous Paladen death scenes. Nothing too out of the ordinary, I'm sure.
Fuck it! I'm dead. I'm just dead, ain't I? Yep, I'm dead.
Insert plot device here.
Wait, was that all just a dream?
No, that all really did happen.
Am I dead?
Can a vegetable dream?
No?
Then no.
You could have helped me out sooner, you know.
And make things boring for the listeners? Then again, I didn't find it satisfying enough myself.
Listeners? Wasn't this all in my head?
Yes, but that doesn't stop me from playing it on radio.
Care to explain?
I don't really care for much of anything, really.
Okay then. You could have let me die, you know.
Are you trying to sound ungrateful?
No, it's just... You always seem like you hate me. Like, you hate everything, basically. But you saved me, and now I don't even feel distracted by the memories of that man anymore. Is it because you did something to get rid of him?
So what if I did?
You actually care about me, don't you?
Paladen, you know how they say there are no stupid questions?
Yeah.
They were wrong.
Hey!
It seems we have reached the end of another day. I think we can all learn from those man-eating teddy bears, listeners. Anything can be edible, even Paladen. Tune in next time, so that we might finally reach the end of our miserable lives.
Is that it? No infomercials?
Hey, this is Figgy Ghosty. I hope you like the show.